Let's get right into this. Number 10. Man jumps frames like teleportation. Man jumps frames like teleportation. Yeah, because clearly the universe said gravity, physics, continuity. Nah, let him fast travel. CCTV footage has a habit of glitching like an old Windows XP laptop on 2% storage. Frame drops, shutter speed issues, and motion blur can make a normal walk look like a quantum leap. But then you see videos where someone is there 1 millisecond and 3 meters away the next. No blur, no transition, just poof. People explain it with camera lag. Cool. Then explain why his shadow teleports too. Maybe it was editing. Or maybe, and this is way worse, the universe trims unnecessary loading screens the way your brain deletes embarrassing memories before sleep. Because if time is a recording, not reality, sometimes the tape skips. Some people disappear accidentally. Some people disappear because they were never supposed to be there. Number 9. Car disappears mid-road on footage. A car disappears mid-road. Right. Because traffic jams weren't already traumatic enough. Now reality just deletes vehicles. Most people blame compression artifacts, bitrate drop, or rolling shutter. Cameras don't record every millisecond. Sometimes they stitch images like a bad AI collage and objects vanish between frames. But sometimes the space around the car distorts. Light bends, reflections break, and shadows behave like confused interns. Witnesses swear no car passed, no side street existed, and no impact happened. It's just gone. Ever misplaced something important? Phone, wallet, dignity, and you know you just had it? Maybe glitches aren't just digital. Maybe they leak. Maybe reality sometimes presses backspace. If your car disappears, don't panic. Just hope the insurance company accepts simulation failure as a claim reason. Number 8. Crowd freezes while one person moves. A crowd freezes, but one person still moves. Basically a real-life Windows not responding moment, except one guy still running the last working brain cell of the human hive. Neurologists say the brain predicts motion, and when something breaks the pattern, our perception freaks out. Cameras add motion hold, frame duplication, and AI stabilization, making the stillness look intentional. But then there are videos where birds freeze mid-air. That's not lag. That's either alien Wi-Fi dropping or someone paused reality to sneeze. We've all had moments where everyone around us feels robotic. Office meetings, school assemblies, weddings we didn't want to attend. Maybe those times weren't boring. Maybe the world literally paused and you kept running on autosave. If the simulation freezes again, at least wave. Maybe someone is watching. Number 7. Doppelgänger walking behind the live version. A doppelganger walks behind someone who's still alive and present. Perfect. Because nothing screams comfort like seeing your own copy casually strolling like it's Black Friday for souls. Science says pattern recognition, pareidolia, and coincidental resemblance are enough to confuse the brain. CCTV quality helps. Everything looks like a potato in witness protection. But history has stories of fetches, ghost copies appearing before death, or major life shifts. We've all seen old photos and thought, wait, why is that 1920s guy me with worse skincare? Maybe doppelgangers aren't duplicates. Maybe they're earlier saves of you checking whether you stayed on the correct timeline. If you ever meet yours, don't say hi. One of you isn't supposed to be there. Number 6. Object teleports across a table between frames. An object teleports across the table. Sure, because your keys moving on their own definitely has nothing to do with memory loss, gremlins, or ghosts with mild organization OCD. Frame rate drop and optical compression can skip subtle motion, especially when lighting shifts or something small blends with the background. But when something jumps from left corner to right corner without blur, drag, or hand involvement, that's not lag. That's an update patch applied mid-scene. You ever put something down and it just vanishes until you buy a new one, then magically reappears? Yeah, same energy. Objects might remember where they should be better than we do. So next time something teleports, maybe it didn't move. Maybe time shuffled. Number 5. Same person appears in different eras. One person appears in photos across different eras. Time traveler, immortal, or someone allergic to new hairstyles. Genetic resemblance can repeat through generations. Humans recycle facial templates like a lazy video game engine. Science calls it phenotype convergence. But sometimes the details match too perfectly. Posture, scars, eyes, even personality accounts written decades apart. Ever meet someone and feel like you already knew them? Maybe that wasn't déjà vu. Maybe it was recognition. If someone looks unchanged in a 1920s photo and a 2023 TikTok, either moisturizers are getting insane or time isn't linear. It's a loop with recurring characters. Number 4. Clock rewinds itself. A clock rewinds itself. Yeah, cool. Apparently even time wants a second chance. CCTV timestamps can glitch when syncing with network clocks, and old mechanical clocks can reverse if springs lose tension. But when digital clocks rewind smoothly, frame by frame, like someone hit Ctrl+Z on reality, that feels different. We all wish we could rewind life, fix words we shouldn't have said, undo messages we should have never sent, reverse a breakup that aged us 10 years in 10 seconds. Maybe time glitches remind us the universe could rewind. It just chooses chaos instead. If your clock runs backwards, don't fix it. Listen. Number 3. Street scene looping like a broken GIF. A street scene loops like a broken GIF. People walk, cars move, dog poops, and then rewind. The exact same thing repeats. CCTV buffering and AI smoothing can create loops to maintain continuity. Sometimes network delay repeats cached frames, but then someone blinks in a slightly different rhythm, like they know something reset. Life sometimes feels like that too. Same routine, same arguments, same emotions on repeat. Maybe we're looping until we make a different choice. If your reality feels repetitive, maybe it's waiting for you to break the loop. Number 2. Shadow moving with no body. Shadow moves with no body. Awesome. Because if ghosts weren't creepy enough, now they come in DLC form. Light diffraction and camera exposure can create orphan shadows from objects outside the frame. Sounds logical until the shadow waves back. People report these during emotional stress or near sleep states, like the boundary between imagination and reality thins. Sometimes the world feels haunted by people we lost, by versions of ourselves we outgrew. So if a shadow moves without a body, maybe that body doesn't exist here anymore. Number 1. Security guard vanishes at the door frame. A security guard walks toward a doorway and never comes out. Perfect. The one person paid to watch reality glitches out of it. Door frames are blind spots for low-angle cameras. Bodies can slip between pixels. But when clothes, reflection, and footsteps vanish mid-stride, it feels like a loading zone into another instance. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why? Maybe you didn't forget. Maybe you switched timelines.